Hey scholars, it's Miss Marnon. So in the last lesson, we learned what it means to be proportional. And so in this lesson, we're going to actually work more with proportional tables and kind of see which tables are proportional, which tables aren't proportional, and just explore a little further. So our objective today is I can decide if a table shows a proportional table or not by comparing unit rates. So for our review question in our DIN, what does it mean to be proportional? You can look at page 2 of your notes to help you. So pause the video if you need to, go back and look at page 2 and answer the review question. Okay, so you should have answered the review question by now. And if you look at your page 2 of your notes, you're going to see these 3 words, and these are Miss Marnon's favorite words. Constant unit rate. So that means no matter how many of each set you have, when you determine the rate for one, it's going to be the same all the way down. We're also going to talk a little bit today about using that constant unit rate and multiplying it by everything in a column or in a row to get the other column or row. So our preview question on our DIN, using your notes from yesterday in the following table, do you think cups of flour is proportional to the number of cookies? Why? So pause the video and see if you can determine if this table is proportional or not. Okay, so if you were determining if this table is proportional, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add, right here, we're going to add a row for unit rate. And I'm going to add more here. So now we have a box for each. So we're going to have to determine the unit rate. So unit rate, we're always going to do, let's write it here. Unit rate is y over x, y divided by x. So I always like to I'll label this one x and this one y. So we're going to do for this first one, 6 divided by 1. 6 divided by 1 is just 6. So it's going to be 6 cookies per cup of flour. Now we need to do 12 divided by 2. 12 divided by 2, we still get 6 cookies per cup of flour. 18 divided by 3 is also 6. So it is proportional. Because there is a constant unit rate. And I like to add in what it is. So we can say of 6 cookies per cup of flour. So that's our DIN review and preview. So now let's get into our notes. A new self-serve frozen yogurt store opened this summer that sells its yogurt at a price based upon the total weight of the yogurt and its toppings in a dish. Each member of Bella's family weighed their dish, and this is what they found. So if we look at this table, we have one person got 10 ounces and it cost $4. This person got 8 ounces, it cost $3.2 or $3.20. So these are all 4 different people in Bella's family. So we need to determine if the cost is proportional to the weight. So when we're determining proportional, I'm always going to add an extra row or column for unit rate. And now we're going to divide all of these out. So if you need a calculator, we're going to use the Desmos Scientific Calculator. No, I don't want Desmos.com. I want Desmos/scientific. So let's see if I can just put this to the side here. Nope, not what I wanted. Nice try, Desmos. Make it a little smaller, put it to the side here. So we're going to do the unit rate. So we're going to do y divided by x. So I'm thinking we want cost per ounce. So if I want cost per ounce, this is going to be my y. Bad y. And this is going to be my x. So we're going to do y divided by x. So we're going to do $5 divided by 12.5 ounces. So this one we got $0.4 per ounce, so 40 cents per ounce. If we do that with all of them, let's check to make sure we get the same. So if we do 4 divided by 10, so let's enter 4 divided by 10, we also get 0.4. If we do 2 divided by 5, we get 0.4. If we do 3.2 divided by 8, we get 0.4. So we got a unit rate of $4 per ounce, or 40 cents per ounce across the whole row. So determine if the cost is proportional. It is proportional. So here's our next question. Miss Reno is buying gummy worms at Wegmans. Wegmans had the following table posted in the candy section. So it's showing the amount of candy in pounds for the cost in dollars. And it says determine if the cost is proportional to the amount of candy. So this is very similar to the last one. So pause the video and see if you can solve this one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do with a table, if I'm seeing if it's proportional, I'm going to add an extra column for the unit rate. They're labeling these X and Y for us already, so I'm going to introduce something new. We use this letter K to represent unit rate. So we can start, instead of writing out unit rate every time, if you want to put the letter K, that's how we can show unit rate. So we need to do 8 divided by 4, 10 divided by 5, 18 divided by 10, and we need to do 25 divided by 15, right? We're doing y divided by x, y divided by x, y divided by x, y divided by x, the whole way down. So I'm going to check it in our calculator right here. If I do 8 divided by 4, I get 2. If I do 10 divided by 5, I also get 2. But if I do 18 divided by 10, I get 1.8. So that's already not the same. So we can stop here if we get it's not the same, but let's just check that last one. 25 divided by 15, still not 2. So here's what's happening. Let's write this down. So for this one, we got, it was $2 per pound. Here we got $2 per pound again. But here we got $1.80 per pound. And here we got it's actually a 6 repeating, so we can show that the line on top. So it's gonna be like $1.67 per pound. So it's actually not the same unit rate all the way down. So this is not a constant unit rate. So it is not proportional. So let's fill in some notes. So here's our procedure for when we're using tables to determine if it's proportional. So we're going to add a row or column for the unit rate. So this is going to be for the unit rate. I'm going to make it bold and purple so we can see that's what I'm filling in. So it wants us to calculate. We're going to calculate the unit rate. And we always do that by dividing. And we're going to then check if the unit rate is the same or constant. So check to see if it's the same for the entire table. So if it is, then it is proportional. So if we get it all the same all the way down, then it's proportional. If we get it not the same all the way down, it's not proportional. So now you have some practice problems. So it's just, this one is about a recipe in a book. So this one, you're going to have to add your unit rate or your K down below. And then number 2, you're going to just determine if each of these is proportional. So you can throw in a K here, a K here, and a K here. Figure out the unit rate in each row and determine if it's proportional or not. Then you have your exit ticket. So the table below shows the relationship between minutes and numbers of pages read. So you're going to have to determine, are pages read proportional to the number of minutes spent reading? So this is what's going to be graded when we go through and look at your notes in class notebook. So make sure you're completing this practice and this exit ticket. When you are all done, you're going to go back into Canvas and click Mark as Done.